Welcome to the podcast, everyone. Listen, I'm going to get right into it. If you want to feel confident in your life, no matter what is going on, no matter who's around you, what situation is happening or is not happening, you need to do this one thing. And before I tell you what the one thing is, I want to tell you my background with discovering and holding on to my own confidence. That's an important piece to today's topic in today's podcast is confidence for some people. And it used to be for me, it was so elusive. It was something I would have for a season and then it would just leave. So have you ever felt that way? And if you have, I see you and know that you're not alone in that. And what you're going to learn today in this podcast is how to actually retain it. And that's something that I specialize in is actually helping, and it's in my mission statement, helping people or showing people how to find, refine, and sustain the life of their dreams in order to experience success, achievement, and radical happiness. That's my mission statement. So sustaining your happiness, I don't know about you, but that's like the most sexy part of any of my work because someone could promise this will make you feel better. This will make you more confident. This will make you more happy. Follow this and you'll make more money. Overcome this and you'll have closure in your grieving. But then there are few programs and few methodologies that really talk about how do you sustain that? Because ultimately, isn't that what you want? Who the hell wants to buy a car and pay all that money and then just drive it once? No, we buy a car, we buy a vehicle because we are dependent upon it. We want that car to take us to multiple locations, take us all over so that we can live the life we want to live. And I believe that your confidence, your inner peace, your resiliency, things of that nature should be the same. We should get it once and it should stick around. There's something that we do need to talk about, which is our self-sabotaging. So I'm reading a book right now. A lot of you have recommended it to me and I love it. And it's called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And he has this theory, if you've never read it, he has this theory and this terminology called upper limit. And it can be an adjective too. It's like upper limiting yourself. And this is where our success, our money, our love is shown to us at a speed or an amount that goes against our paradigm. So for example, if you were raised in a lower income household, you were shown repeatedly that money is probably hard to make, hard to hold, hard to circulate. Money might be the root of all evil. Maybe you saw mom or dad work exhaustive hours nonstop to achieve money. So your paradigm might be money is in scarce amount and money is hard to make. Money requires hard work. So you grow up and all of a sudden you're living your life, you're manifesting, you're embodying your work, and wealth starts to come easily. Because that's against your paradigm, you're going to quickly reach your upper limit. And what you'll do is you'll sabotage and you do something to make yourself feel uncomfortable, make yourself sad almost, to go back down to the story that you currently have, which is money or life is a struggle. Things are in scarcity rather than abundance because it is actually really stressful to the nervous system to work and live and play and dream and operate outside of or beyond your comfort zone / your upper limit. So I'm in the process of reading the books. I can't speak to anything more about that, but this is not unfamiliar territory for me, being a manifesting coach, being a mindset coach and empowerment coach, studying yoga for 20 years and plus years. You're consistently uncomfortable when you grow, period. And looking for comfort in the growth should not even be a thing. You shouldn't even consider it. In fact, I think there's some beauty and there's some real power that comes into play when you accept and embrace and actually look for struggle because you know what struggle is. Struggle is a sign that you are actually moving the needle, moving the upper limit, getting more headway, right? Getting more ceiling height so that the upper limit isn't there, or maybe abolishing it altogether, dissolving it altogether. But ultimately, any friction that you feel, any disharmony, any discord, any worry, any fear that comes up when you're doing something outside of the ordinary, when you're challenging your inner story, when you're actually getting what you want, why does it rattle us so much? Why does it scare us so much? And when we actually start to get more confident, you'll start to take more risks. You'll start to put yourself out there more. You'll start to take more action. And we can also see, and I see this in myself and time again in other students and women that I coach, is that when you start to take more action, life takes action back at you. Life is responding to your frequency. Life and the universe is responding to you. So the more you do in the currency of what you love and alignment with your highest yes, life is going to keep showing up more and more. And if we don't massage the edges of our upper limit, if we don't massage the edges of and love and soften and heal and maybe even dissolve the limitations we put upon ourselves, what we're going to do is say we're not worthy of that success. We're going to make up reasons and excuses why we can't go that day to the commitment we said that actually represents all of our success. We can't show up for the thing anymore that would demonstrate our confidence, because in our minds, we still haven't shifted the perspective in the story that we're not a confident person. The story is still, we're not a confident person. Therefore, when you are doing things that are confident, your brain's like, who's that? That's not us. That's not you, girl. That's not you. You're not a confident person, remember? So instead of directly attacking the moment, what you'll do is you'll come home and you'll argue with your parents, or you'll argue with your siblings, or you'll argue with your significant other. You'll do something to decrease your happiness. You'll do something to decrease your confidence to bring you back into baseline. I used to do this with money a lot. When I put it together that whenever I received a large chunk of money, I would spend. And at first I would hide it under the guise of, well, this is just me circulating wealth. And it was, but it wasn't. When I really looked at what I was doing, I was depleting my power. I was upper limiting myself. I had reached my upper limit because somewhere along the way, I was shown that money shouldn't come from doing what you love. I've saw my parents consistently work hard doing jobs they don't love. My dad jumped from job to job to job a lot because he's just this creative person. So he never really even stuck with a job he loved. And then my mom worked at the post office for 30 plus years, definitely did not like that job. So I was always shown, God bless my parents, by the way, right? I love them and they're amazing. And they worked really hard for the life that we had and had. But I'm saying I was shown again and again and again that money shouldn't flow through or to you if you're doing something you love and it's easy. So when money used to come to me in my business doing what I love, I would spend it. Let's keep following that. If I spent it, it would deplete my money, which would put me right back into the position that meets or matches my story, which was, you're not allowed to hold money that easily. You're not allowed to hold wealth doing what you love. So to hold money goes against all of my upbringing. It goes against my inner limiting beliefs. Are you following this? The same thing goes for your confidence. I want to focus back and dial in on confidence, because a lot of people say, I need more confidence. I can go get that job. If I have more confidence, I could start the business. If I have more confidence, I could ask them out on a date. If I have more confidence, I probably would wear that outfit and I'd feel good about myself. Man, I would love to feel good about myself. I just need more confidence. And all of the stories we have around confidence, it seems to be like that's the gate. It's the reason, it's the excuse we give ourselves. If we don't have it, we don't go and do the things we love. But I want to challenge you right now. What if confidence wasn't needed to do the things you love? What if confidence was something you already had? What if you've been ignoring, no, that's not the right word. What if you've been pretending all this time you don't have confidence when you really do? Ooh, right? Hold on. Before you dismiss that, hold up. Let me ask you, what's the benefit? If that were true, you might be like, no, Kim, I'm definitely not pretending I don't have confidence. Girl, I don't have confidence for real. Okay, but let's just pretend for a second that you were pretending you don't have it. Why would someone do that? What would be the benefit to you pretending you don't have confidence? I'm going to pause here, just to let you think. Kind of have to do a little bit of a mental backflip. And then you might land on this idea that, well, if I believe I'm not confident, the benefit is that I actually don't have to be responsible. If I'm not confident, that's my excuse. Therefore, I don't have to go for that job interview. I don't have to apply to that job. I don't have to ask them on the date. I'm not confident. I don't have to go for my dreams and my goals. I don't have to start that business. I'm not confident. I don't have to raise my hand more in meetings and risk getting you know, another client. I don't have to raise my hand in meetings and risk getting a promotion. That's too risky. No, no, no. You don't understand. I'm not a confident person. I can just disappear into the background. And isn't it so nice just to disappear? Isn't it so nice not to be noticed? It is so nice just to be floating around through life without challenge, responsibility, and growth. Sure, of course. Trust me, there's days I want to disappear, especially as I say yes to more, especially as I take on more in life. But the thing is, I have to think about the end goal and I have to ask myself, and I want you to ask yourself, what's a greater pain? What's the best hard, right? Choose your hard. What's the best hard you're going to choose? What's the greater risk? Me raising my hand and standing up for what I love and doing it anyway, even though I'm scared and I don't have confidence, doing it anyway? Or believing that the greatest barrier is that I don't have confidence, doing nothing about it, believing that story and never amounting to anything. Yeah, you've got kids, and yeah, you got a nice house, and yeah, you've got a mortgage, and yeah, you've made some money, and yeah, you've done you took some great travel and trips, but I know you. There's something inside of you that's sitting there, and you're just like, I can't die without this coming out. No way is this it. No way is this life. No way is this all I get to experience. Is this it? Every single day is going to be like this? No, man. You're creative. You're multi passionate. You're a complex individual. I know you are. Okay. I know you. And you don't want what terrifies you is the same thing that terrifies me is that I'm not going to get a chance to be my fully creative self in this lifetime before I die. I'm going to let confidence stand in the way. Now, you won't be wrong. You wouldn't be wrong thinking that because it's not your fault. It's not your fault if you thought confidence is what is needed. And the reason we think that is because that's what we're told. We're never told or shown anything different. We're never challenged to believe that confidence actually isn't the gate. You got all this turn and there's a whole other pathway around what looks to be the gate. Everyone's standing there going, gotta get my confidence up. But what if you were already confident? What if the flavor and feeling of confidence was something you actually already obtained? You just haven't practiced feeling it. Ooh, you feel that? Oh, that just hit my heart. Got a little emotional there. I'm going to say it again because you want to know what? Confidence is a life skill like anything else. It is a life skill. What if confidence wasn't needed? What if you have confidence already inside of you? You just haven't practiced the skill to feel it. So according to you, you don't have it. What if you could learn how to practice it without throwing yourself in public speaking moments, without starting that podcast, without starting a business, without raising your hand at work, without the big scary moments that we think is the only doorway which confidence can flow through? What if those moments actually don't need to happen? Because remember, I'm challenging your thought here on this, and this is what I believe. I believe confidence is already an ingredient inside of you. We've just been told this story. We've been sold this story that confidence grows through challenge. But the problem is a lot of us don't have the energy right now. We don't have the mental stamina. We don't have the belief in place yet that challenge is actually good for us. We've been through a lot of challenge over the past 4 or 5 years. Okay. We're in an economic challenge right now. A lot of us are like, I'd like to get off the challenge train, please. And I just want to like chill, for crying out loud. Can I find my fucking peace, please? Whew, like I just gotta, whoa. Let's just stop here. And I feel you. I hear you on that. Challenge is hard. It's a challenge. It's called a challenge for a reason. Yeah. We all know, we can talk about it all over and over again that, yeah, challenge is good for you. It does help you grow. But what I want to specifically point to is the fallacy and the thinking that confidence only comes from challenge. It does come from challenge, but this is not the only way to get confident. Confidence is a feeling. Confidence is a mindset. Confidence is a set of beliefs that when you show up and roll up into a situation that's unknown, that you're going to figure it out. That's confidence. And the reason you believe that you can figure it out on the fly in the moment is because you've had a lot of other moments where you've figured it out. See, confidence isn't doing a skill like rewiring the circuitry in your house to have a new dimmer light switch, paving the driveway. I'm thinking of all the things I want to do. Resealing the driveway. Like, those are skills. You can have confidence in that skill, but confidence is the energy that feeds into a skill. So you have to practice confidence. You don't necessarily have to practice a skill to get confidence. Confidence is a mindset. The more you experience new situations in your life, okay, here's how you got to do it. The more you experience new situations in your life and you survive it, and maybe you figured something out along the way, you're like, cool. I went into that not knowing what the hell is going to happen, and I survived it. And not only that, I thought that was kind of cool. I grew and I learned, and yeah, it was uncomfortable, but that challenged me. Okay, that's situation one. Situation two is there's no challenge at all. You're sitting at home watching Netflix and you just decide to be confident. Better yet, you're up early in the morning to a radical ritual method with me. By the way, I'm going to be taking this on the road starting in June. Go to my website. I'll put it in the show notes here. Find me. I'm going to be in person. Let's do this work together. I can't wait to see you and get that radical energy popping, okay? But like, first and foremost, let's get back to it. What if no challenge was needed? What if you could just decide? You wake up early in the morning, you're doing a radical ritual, you're feeling amazing, and you decide. You flip that switch. You just decide. I'm confident. I'm going to stop searching for confidence because I've already got it. I'm going to give up the hike, give up the search, give up the search party for this elusive thing called confidence. Oh my God, I've already got it. And then there's like the secondary, whoa, I've already got it. Shit, that means I'm going to you're going to get to do stuff with it. But it's exciting at that point. And you can take it slow. You can take slow, manageable steps. But the very first thing I need you to do is wake up. Wake up that you already possess confidence. Now, here's the caveat. Here's the turn in the conversation as it relates to my work. You guys know, maybe you don't, if you're new to this show, I'm an empowerment and holistic embodiment coach. Let's go back to the beginning of this conversation. I was talking about upper limiting, and I was talking about, The Big Leap, that book, and rubbing up against your paradigm and your story. When we directly challenge our thoughts and we go head first, no pun intended, into overcoming a mental construct, a mental story inside our paradigm, our limiting belief. When we go against that, it'll feel good and we'll feel like, yeah, I'm changing my story. I'm becoming a better person. I'll feel like good for like 48 hours. And then in my experience, we just want to stop. Maybe a week, because you've read all the books and you got podcasts in your ears and you've got plans, and maybe you've rolled in a course or a mastermind and you've got the power of the group to keep you going. But I want to tell you something. At some point, you have to stop relying on just your mind to get you through it. Thoughts alone won't suffice because you're fighting fire with fire. In here, in the mind, in the brain, are, yes, all the thoughts about how you're going to overcome your paradigm, but there's also, they're given to you by the same brain that has the paradigm. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you want to really have longevity, if you want to really sustain your confidence, what you need to do is not work solely with the mind, but go below the headquarters into the body. Go below the headquarters, as Robert Augustus Masters calls it, into your body, your temple body. Your body, as I say, gives you consent. When you're rolling around in the mud with your thoughts in the brain, is the brain giving you consent, or is it going, pull the alarm, red flag here, warning, 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 do not pursue this, it goes against everything you are. What are you trying to do to us here? Change our whole story? The brain's like, I just got comfortable being who we are, and I know who we are. Now you want to what? Rewire me? No, I don't think so. That's going to cost way too much energy. This is what the brain does. So it gives you roadblocks like fear. It gives you a roadblock like worry. And what we do is we acknowledge it, and you should acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. It's no big deal. But instead, what we do is we acknowledge it, and then we hold on to it. We hold on to our worry. We hold on to our fear, and we let it become bigger and bigger, because remember, what you focus on grows. Yes. So let's go ahead and just keep focusing on our fear. At the same time, we're just trying to get more confident. So in that moment, yeah, acknowledge the fear, acknowledge the worry. Those are the roadblocks that the brain is naturally going to throw you because it does not want to change. But then what I need you to do is drop into your body. You take a big breath in and out right now. Let's do it together. How was that? Wasn't that great? You do a big breath in, and because you've established yourself in the body right there with that single breath, now I want you to ask your body, what do you believe is true? Now that might sound weird and bonkers, but welcome to my world. But also, like, we have to be able to communicate with our bodies. We're very good and very practiced at communicating with our mind. We used to communicate very well with our bodies as kids. We'd say we got a stomach ache. We know when we were happy. We'd giggle. We'd run. We'd feel when we stub our toe. We'd cry. We do all these crazy things as kids that now as adults we've stifled, we've muzzled. We don't want to feel that anymore because it's just too much. But we were very good at listening to our bodies when we were kids. So we know how to do that. We've just unpracticed it. So what I teach in my embodiment coaching and my somatic methodology is the radical ritual method. The radical ritual method, most of you who listen to this podcast, actually, I don't know. There's so many new people on this podcast. First of all, let's pause. Hello, new people. Whether you're watching this on YouTube, did you know that I record this on YouTube and I put it up on YouTube? And if you're on YouTube, did you know that this is a podcast? It's called the Diamond Frequency Podcast. Spoiler alert, it's going to get rebranding again soon. I just don't know what to call it yet. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But anyway, lost my train of thought. So I want to just say thank you to those of you who are new to this show. But those of you who have been here for a little bit, you guys have probably done this work with me online or in person. And radical rituals are the foundation to your liberation. Period. Stop. Mic drop. They are the foundation to your confidence. Sustained confidence. So sustained it becomes freaking ordinary. So sustained, you're definitely no longer looking for your confidence. It's just who you are. Imagine that. What could you do with that? What could you do with that kind of attitude and that feeling and that sort of sustained revolutionary power inside of your life? You think you feel a little better every day? You think you make better food choices, sleep choices, social choices? You think you feel better about the trajectory of your life and where you're headed? You think you'd be more grateful? You think you'd be a better parent? A better spouse? Yeah. Yeah, you would. And I've seen it time and time again. I've seen it in myself, and I've seen it in the hundreds of other people who have practiced this with me. When you do any type of embodiment work, any type of somatic work, but specifically this system that I've designed, you're going to gain the confidence instantly. And there's something really magical that gets unlocked inside of this work. And that's also clarity on who you are and what needs to be brought through you into the world. And then the clear action steps that you need to take to do that. Remember, I said confidence was a life skill. So really, if you're following this, you guys following this? Since you already have confidence, because remember, it's a fallacy you don't, I believe. Since you already have it, then what are we practicing? Oh, the demonstration of it. Right. So I've got to practice knowing I'm confident. And I'll do that by doing the things that scare me, or by doing the things that I first say I don't know, instead replacing that I don't know with, let me try to figure it out. If you take anything from this podcast today, I want you to try that. Whenever there's a moment when someone asks you a question or you're presented with something and you're just like, the first reaction is, I don't know. I'm not sure. I want you to flip that and go, I don't know, but let me try to find out. Roll up your sleeves and get in there. Because I bet you, if you can't take it all the way to completion, you could probably get a damn good head start, way more than a lot of other people around you in your life, because you are that talented person. You are so creative and intelligent and beautiful, and you're a nonstop learner. And it doesn't even matter the outcome. It's about that you went for it. You feel that? Yeah. And it's not about did I actually complete it. That's success. It's a whole other podcast. It's actually not about that. It's about the continued demonstration that you know you're confident. Because every time you try, not complete, not succeed, every time you try, you're demonstrating to your nervous system and your brain that I'm one who tries things. Why would anyone try things that they're unsure of the outcome? Oh, they must be a confident person. Think about who and what in your life and this demonstrated confidence. Don't they just go for things? They just go for it. And if you want that, I know you do. If you want more of that in your life, then you've got to give yourself the green light to go ahead and try. Don't worry about success. Don't worry about failure. I want you just out there trying. And the more you do that, the more you practice that skill, the more you're going to feel and identify with the feelings and the actions and behaviors of someone who is, in fact, confident. This is how you do it, baby. But now remember, the sustaining of that energy comes from your embodiment practice. Why? Let's piece it together quickly one more time. Because if we make it all mental, you're going to be good to go for like a week or maybe a month, maybe even 48 hours. And all the paradigms to stop you are going to come right in. You guys know this. This is why New Year's resolutions suck to make, because we never stick with them. You're gung-ho for like a month or two, and then it's every other story about who you really are, upper limit issue, bouncing you right back down to what was comfortable and what your old story was. And there you are again, the same person you are last year as last year as last year and last year. We don't grow unless we have an embodiment practice. That's why it's so critical. It's so critical that you understand the power of breath work, the power of meditation, the power of movement, the power of intentional moving, the power of dynamic meditation, the power of intentional crafting of your day and feeling into how you want it to feel, the intentional crafting of your life, of your week, every single moment, every single day. You've got to be able to know this is how I want it to feel, and I'm going to guard against any other thing that tries to rob me from that. You cannot let anything rob you from that. Where are you going to get that confidence? Up here in your head, you've already discovered you don't believe you're confident, but your body doesn't know. Your body already knows what it knows, actually. It knows that it is confident. It knows that it can do anything. It knows that it's willing to try. It has no idea of limitation. Your body is the safest place to be, but yet you're all in your head, thinking your way through the problems, thinking your way into confidence. That's not the way to go anymore. Okay? So for you, radical ritual method, that's what I have for you. I'm teaching this in person all throughout the summer and into the fall. This, like, I'm in the in-person season, baby. Come and find me. Please find me. Let's do this together. I do have an online free event coming up on Sunday, the 26th. Let me check my calendar really quick here. Oh, the 25th. Sunday, June 25th, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm leading a 90-minute radical ritual experience online, completely free. You can find this and sign up and get a ticket right now by heading to my website. I'll also put it in the show notes so you can get in. But if you're in the upstate New York area and want to meet me in person and do this work together as a community, human to human, check it out too. I'll have the link in the show notes. I have the link below or above this video, all over the freaking place, because baby, this is the season I'm in. You've got to get in on this. Yeah? Are you ready? You feeling fired up? This is the shit that's going to transform your life. Like it's transformed mine, and it's transformed the life of everyone so far who's gone. This is a proven methodology, a lot of evidence a lot of evidence backing how much this works and how quickly it works. All right, you guys, go out there and have a radically awesome day. And do me a favor. If this really spoke to you and you feel like you feel empowered from this and you know a couple people who could benefit from this message, would you do me a favor and just share this with them? Maybe that's through the podcast, maybe that's a YouTube video, maybe you're getting an email and you want to forward this on. I do believe in the power of having someone in mind lovingly and then sharing the message with them, because they're going to receive it from you if it's sent in love. So if you're truly resonating with that, it would be an honor to have you. And I thank you for sharing this out. But if you don't want to share it out, do me a favor and just let me know, beneath this video or via email, what your biggest takeaway is from this. And I can't wait to see you in person, you guys. Confidence is in your body. Confidence is something you already have. You know it. Let's go.